Welcome to Armstrong Street Scene. Hi, I'm Rick Gurrera, and today we're at the second annual Rooster Rally here in Canfield, Ohio. And there's chickens here. We have a special guest today, and our special guest is Rich Morgan. Hi, Rich. How's it going?
It's wonderful to be here. Thank you for inviting me back. We had such a great time last year. It was the first year they were doing this, and now this Rooster Rally, I think it's grown from last year.
It's the second one, yeah. Remember we judged it last year. It was a lot of fun.
And I found out, you two guys have been pretty lazy here. I mean, has there been any show that you've done since before this?
Yeah, we did Lowville show, and we did a cruise they had up in Pat Sumner's had up in Greenville.
Okay, but otherwise they've been all canceled.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, here we are at the Canfield Fairgrounds. Canfield Fair was canceled too.
There's been a few of them, and we missed them, yeah.
For the Junior Fair Board, they did have a sort of a mini fair, and part of the proceeds from this go to the Junior Fair building that they have. They're remodeling this fairground for the Junior Fair. This is going to be really amazing what you're going to see, not this year, maybe next year.
Yeah, that's a big building too. We're standing right across from it right now. They got some money into that, so any donation will help with that. So today we're going to have a good time. The weather's perfect here. It's a fall day. Can't get much better than that.
I couldn't have come on a better day. A weather guy that's
a weather guy.
Beautiful weather.
Yeah, I miss you on there. You know
All right. Well, we'll see you. Let's go inside to see what's going on here.
That's my line. That's my line.
What do you mean your line?
That's my line. With me, I have the coordinator for the second annual Rooster Rally here at the Canfield Fairgrounds, Pat Adams. How's it going?
What's happening, Rick?
How's everything?
It's going crazy right now.
Yes, yes.
Creeping up on 500 cars out here today.
Whoa,
more than last year.
Way more than last year.
Oh, gosh.
Way more than last year.
We had a great time here last year. That was your first one.
That was our first show.
Yep. Judged it, and we got Rich Morgan back today.
I'm glad to have Rich Morgan back here today.
Thank you for inviting me back. But the important thing is over his shoulder.
Wait a minute, we're looking that way.
This is where all the donations are going, right?
That's right. Yeah, that there's the new home to our Mahoning County Junior 4-H. That's the Canfield Fair's Event Center, the new home to our Mahoning County.
How big is that? The square foot.
Huge.
Yeah, it's very big.
I don't know the square foot on the building. How about that?
What kind of shows are you going to be able to have in there?
This is a third of what the building's actually going to be.
Well, there's two more additions.
There's 2 more additions, yep. That was phase 1. Phase 2 is going to bring us out to the front here, out by the road. And phase 3 takes us all the way to the back.
And that year, we'll have the car show indoors, right?
Oh, we should.
Hey, that's not a bad idea, Rich. Yeah, heck yeah, we can do it in the wintertime. Huh?
So the whole idea behind it, and I'm sure people have heard this thing talked about, but the whole idea behind that building is to bring all of our 4-H kids together, to get them all in one building. All of our projects will be housed out of that building, so you're going to be able to come in that building as a spectator during our fair, and you're going to see the hogs in there, and steers in there, and lambs and goats, and everybody's going to be in one building.
So if we do have a car,
much nicer than what we had up top.
So if we do have a car show now, you got to clean up.
Oh, thanks a lot. Yeah.
Took a while to shovel that out from our fair we just had. So.
That's a heck of a building.
Well, and that's the only fair you had too. It was just the junior fair.
Just the junior fair. Yep. The fair board here in Canfield did a wonderful job for our kids. They made it so that kids can come up here and show off what they work so hard to do every year throughout that summer.
Yeah, we had all this going on this year with the COVID and all that. Hopefully next year the thing will be back to normal. It should be.
Oh boy, we're praying for it to be normal, right? That's right. Or at least we got some hot rods out there we can look at
you've
today,
got a
right?
growing show here. Plus, not only do we have the cars, but are there some antique engines around here somewhere?
Tractors, yep, we got antique tractors down the road over here. Burnout pits going. We're one of the only shows around here. They're letting people spin their wheels and have a good time. So
I wanted to ask you, how'd you get this through, the governor and all that stuff? How were you able to let this happen with all the COVID going on?
We worked very closely, the Fair Board did, with our local health department, and we're making sure it's an outside event. We're making sure people are maintaining that 6-foot social distancing. The craft show that we put together in there, we gave them people all 14-foot spaces for an 8-foot table. Spread everybody out. So far, so good. Everybody seems to be having fun. Everybody's staying their distance. It's looking good.
And there are families here.
Yes, you got whole families here. Spectators are in here walking around.
That's what makes it nice. The families make it nice too. You know, you see the young kids.
They didn't have the chance to do it this year, so now they're doing it. Fair food, can't beat a good French fry or a hot dog on a stick, right?
What a beautiful day too. What are we going to hit today? About 80 or something?
Yes, 80, yeah.
Just perfect. It's perfect.
Retired
not
weatherman,
humid.
right?
He can't get it out of his blood. It's still in his blood, you know?
I mean, I love the sun when it's not humid, but when it's not humid, we don't sell as much of those lemonade shakes. So
This is true.
we got to make these people
gotta
walk
get a
more
lemon
so they
shake.
get more shake.
From Minerva, Ohio, we have Steve Richard with his 63 Ford Falcon Convertible. Yeah. This is nice. This caught our eye, Rich and I's eye, right away here. And what a beautiful car. How long have you had her?
10 years.
10 years? Okay.
Now, it caught our eyes, but the thing about it is, I was talking to your wife, and I said, why did your husband pick a Falcon? And she said, that's the same thing I asked him. Why do you like? But she said, you get so much response, people asking you about it. Now she knows it's a cool car.
Yeah. Plus I had a 1960 station wagon when I was growing up in California.
A Falcon?
Yes.
Oh, geez.
These are nice. You don't see many of these. That's what makes them so nice. You know, you see a lot of Mustangs, which was what they used the frame off.
Correct. Yeah. I know the first car show we went to back in 2010 when we first got it, and the first car show at Maps Air Museum, and there was 2 other Falcons there, convertible 63s.
By the way, Greg has shown the steering wheel. There's an interesting story behind that.
Yeah, I got the chrome put on, the horn ring, I had that re-chromed. Well, then when I got it, it made the steering wheel look so bad that I had to do something to the steering wheel. So I took it down and talked to Wes Atkins down in Dover, and he airbrushed it.
It's all airbrushed, huh?
Yes.
That's really nice. That gives it a really nice touch. But that's the original steering wheel, though.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. In fact, he had to, where they cracked down in the, where they attached to the hub. He had to work on that and fix it all up.
It costs a lot of money to fix up some of those. I've seen them $2,000-$3,000 for a steering wheel. You know?
Now, Steve, I'm especially excited about this because my dad bought one of these. It was red with a black top. And you're saying 1963 was the first year That's when he got it. He had the first one in Geauga
Yep.
County. So
Yep.
to see one that still works is
Yeah.
really exciting to me.
Like a lot of memories.
Right,
Hey,
right.
can we check up under the hood here, see what you're sporting there? So this is what? A 260 V8. Ford V8. How many horsepower is this?
164.
This is what, so after this, it turned into what? 289, what they put into the
289.
Mustangs. And everything.
Correct.
Those are the ones they beefed up pretty good too, for
Right,
racing.
right.
And all that.
And we've got a couple little modern things. We've got disc brakes on the front,
Oh, that's a good safety feature. Love that. Love that.
and so it's got a dual bowl master cylinder.
Yeah, that's always safe to have too. You know.
And it didn't have an overflow, so we put this on it. So if it heats up, it's going to go into here before it goes onto the ground. And then I put a new power steering, the Borgeson power steering unit on it.
How's she run for you?
Very good. Yeah.
Now the color is original, but that striping is not.
The paint is original color,
Ah, okay, okay.
but it's new paint.
All right.
Back in 13, we got run into by a motorcycle,
Oh, geez.
and so we had to have the whole car repainted.
And the name of the color is?
Rose beige.
That's nice. I didn't believe this was the original color because all the metallic in it and everything. It's one of the prettier Ford colors I've seen. You know?
Right, but you know, I don't think a lot of people would pick that color back then. They were used to reds, blues, turquoise.
Yellow. I had a Cougar and it was like a yellowish green. And so,
Okay.
this is very nice, Steve. Thank you very much. Does Gloria get to drive it a lot?
You know, she's never driven it since we've had it, and we've had it for 10 years, and I keep asking her, you want to drive today? You want to drive? No.
She's scared, huh?
Well, before, it didn't have power steering on it, so I added the power steering.
Steve, thank you very much for sharing your car with us. What a beauty this is. Thank you very much. Today we're here at the Youngstown Cycle and Speed on Market Street in Boardman, Ohio. I got Matt with me today. Matt, how's it going?
Good, how are you, sir?
Good, good, good. What do you do here, Matt?
Well, see this chopper here, give you an example. This was brought to us by a customer and been through a couple other shops and I never could quite get it finished for him, so he brought it here. It needed a lot of custom fab work done on, which is something we're trying to offer to people. There's not a lot of places around that'll do stuff like this, so we're trying to bring that back to the old, custom shop status. So, one of the things we did was, his rear fender needed mounted, needed some tabs welded on, some bungs welded on, some threaded this and that. We made a custom battery box here for it.
Do you make fenders and everything too?
Well, we don't make the fenders. This is like a universal style fender that we can get, and we'll modify it to fit.
it up and everything.
Stuff like that. Widen it, narrow it, whatever needs done to it. Little things like this. The top engine mount here. This is notorious on the Triumphs. You got to have a top engine mount, or it'll shake too much and break the other motor mounts. So just something as simple as this, being able to cut a nice shape out for someone and get a clean looking part on this. So some of the things that we're offering that most places don't do.
I'm surprised you guys do a lot of Triumphs here. You don't see many Triumphs on the road anymore.
Yeah, this is the Triumph place to be. It has been since the 60s and 70s, and so we're trying to keep that going. There's a lot of people who are calling saying they're excited for the Triumph and Nortons
They're
to be
still
worked
making
on.
those things, right? The
Yeah,
Triumphs.
definitely.
My
Yes,
buddy
they
has
are.
one. I think he got an 850. Would it be an 850 or 750?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, a new one.
There's a newer one out front, actually. An old customer of
How
ours.
about a
yep.
Norton? They still making a Nortons?
I'm not real sure, actually.
Yeah, I know the
I'm
Triumphs
not real
for sure. Yeah, old English bikes. They last forever, huh?
Sure.
I
Very
had-
popular.
I had one when I was a young chap. So I see this is one of your favorite tools, huh?
Actually, that's one of the other guys I saw. I try not to use the BFHs.
It's one of my favorite tools. Jarvis here from Salem, Ohio, in his 1930 Model A phone truck.
Wisconsin Bell truck, correct.
What made you want to buy this?
I own Cornerstone Electric, so we do traffic signal and highway lighting.
Okay.
So the kind of the line truck and the history of that, my uncle worked for Ohio Bell and my granddad worked for Ohio Edison, so it's kind of a family type thing that I love.
This caught our eye. We just like, well, this is really cool. Never seen anything like it. But what's really cool, talking to you, it's all original.
800 miles on all original.
Wow.
Yep.
What's the story behind it?
Actually, a guy in Wisconsin worked for Wisconsin Bell. He bought the truck off of them when it was his truck, he bought it. And then it stayed out there till a guy in Michigan bought it off of him. And he put it in his museum.
Oh, okay. Oh, it was in the museum for a while. Looks really good. It looks really, it's different, definitely. I've never seen anything like this. And you got some original parts in the back here, which I thought was really cool. Let me show you. Let me show Greg, if you come back here. Look at that. He's got some original spark plugs for this thing. Look at that. They're still in the box. I don't want to take it out of the box, but the original spark plugs and original, all this stuff's all original.
Correct, 100% original.
What I find amazing is you just said it was in a museum for a while.
This guy's museum, his personal museum.
Oh, okay.
Not a big museum. His museum, he built at his company.
So has it been driven a lot, or?
800 original miles.
And how often do you take it out?
This is my first voyage with it since I bought it.
Oh, and you travel from?
Salem, out by Berlin Center. I have a Salem
Okay, you
address.
didn't take a long drive.
No,
all right.
15, 20 minutes.
It was a long drive, but they don't go past what, about 40 miles an
Yeah,
hour?
I was about 30, 35 coming here. Yes.
Hard to start up?
No, fires right up.
Wow, really good. This is really cool. I love it.
And do you polish all the tools inside too?
I've only owned it a few months, so no, it is how I got it. I bought it in February, March.
You got an old phone back in there too.
Yeah, little ringer. Yep, little bell ringer. It's all part of it.
Are you looking for more parts for that?
Yes, I've got some of like I said, my granddad worked for Ohio Edison. I have some of his old tools that eventually will go in here. I have his old hooks from the 30s, but I'm looking for original Ohio Bell parts to put in there to keep with me.
And how do you find those?
Just looking through eBay and searching. Yep.
But do they have to be Wisconsin Bell, or
I'm
can
not
they
going
be
to
any
be.
bell?
I'm kind of.
They're all the same, yeah.
Yep, that's right.
So when this come from the factory, did it come with that accessory cab on the back?
Yes, and then actually there was a wire winder that went on this top piece, and that's where they'd spool their wire off.
Okay.
And then there was 2 racks that went on the driver's side, and they hung their extension ladder.
Okay.
And that ladder was on the driver's side so the guys wouldn't get out into traffic.
Okay.
So they had to crawl out the passenger side door.
Oh, pretty cool.
Do you have any other car? I mean, like just a regular car that you like to drive around in that's an old one?
I just bought a 1935 panel truck that I'm going to restore as well.
Panel truck. You're stuck on trucks.
I love trucks.
All
Yeah.
right.
That's cool. This is really nice. This is really nice, Bob. You even
thank
got Greg, you even got an old phone back here too. A wind-up, what do they call it? The wind-up?
The bell ringer, it's just a ringer. Bell.
Bob, thanks for sharing your
thank
your
you.
truck with us. This is really cool. I've never seen anything like this. Not even photos or anything, you know.
Yep. Yeah, it's got one of a unique one. So yep.
What you got to do is when you're put it on a tow truck, take it to Hershey.
Oh, okay.
Hershey, they got the big
Oh,
car
yeah.
show up there, and this would blend right in with those. Those guys would love this up there.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this would stand out.
Sure.
But thanks for making it stand out here at the Rooster Rally
Absolutely.
at Canfield Fairgrounds.
Absolutely.
Originally, they tell me that there was a guy in Washingtonville that traveled around and selling pots and pans. It has Higbee Company on it. They call it a Huxford truck.
Hey Rick, this trunk's so big, it echoes in here.
At Armstrong, our employees take great pride in supporting the community. Here is a historic landmark that makes our hometown special. Lanternman's Mill was built along Mill Creek in 1845 and remained in operation for more than 40 years. It was entered into the National Register of Historic Places in 1976 and was fully restored in 1985. Brought to you by the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Catch all your favorite local programming on Channel 100 or on YouTube.
With me, I have Terry Allen from North Lima, Ohio, in this beautiful 1967 Ford
Fairlane.
Fairlane. Boy, you
Yes.
got this thing down pat.
Oh, you gotta like these cars. They have
Yeah.
a pretty neat look about them.
This is the GTA, too.
That's correct. The automatic, and if it was just a GT, it'd be a 4-speed car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, give your competitors a.
Put one against the other. Which one would be faster?
Well, it depends who's a good driver. All right.
You got that right. Yeah, got that one right. This is beautiful, Terry. I just love it. I was checking it all out. I tell you, I was talking to you about it before. When people do cars, sometimes they don't get the trim done right, or the moldings are done wrong. You know, they're just old and all. You got it done. You got it all done. You went to the details. That's what makes this car pop.
Well, thank you. Yeah, everything's gone through from the top to the bottom, and it was a rust-free car to start with.
Where was it from?
Washington State.
So you chose something that didn't need a whole bunch of work, but you just wanted the detail.
Right. I didn't want to take the time to spend years restoring a car.
You don't want a rust bucket either. That's probably. I always tell people, if you get a car, spend the extra money on getting a good body car. Anything else you could really fix up easily, you know. But when you get a rusty car, it just never seems to come around.
They don't last then either. It comes back through. So yes.
Terry is special because he remembers watching the Money Movie.
Well, he's an old guy, isn't he?
Terry, were you around in '67 when this car was out?
Yeah, it's only 2 years old.
2 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in 1967, what would the main competition be for this car?
Oh, probably Chevelle.
Yeah.
67 Chevelle.
Lots of those
66
here.
Chevelle. Yeah.
What was she like when you got her, Terry?
Well, the car was already done. I just changed wheels and just did a couple accessories on it, but the car didn't need it.
It was painted and everything?
Yes.
That's a nice paint job. He did a real nice job painting.
Yes. I bought off a guy, he restored the car himself and sent me quite a few pictures, and it was, you can tell it was a really nice car.
Oh yeah, block and sanded. You can see it just real smooth down the side and everything. Is this the original color?
Yes, it's a real original red on red.
Having fun with it, I hope.
Oh yeah, take it out every chance I get.
You're not putting much money in this, are you?
Just fuel.
Oh, that's probably a lot there, huh? That's very nice, Terry. Hey, thanks for.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for letting us check your car out. What a beauty you got here. With me, I have George Less from Greenford, Ohio, in his 1923 Ford Model TT.
Right.
Second one means a truck. I've never run into that before with the TT. I always wanted the T and everything. This is a pretty neat project you had here, George.
Yeah, it was right down the road where we found it, just 2 miles south of us in Washingtonville, and saw an ad in the paper for an auction went down, and it sold reasonably enough, so we got it and worked on it for a couple of years.
How long have you had her now?
This is about 5 years. Yep. Yeah. It took. I'm in the excavating business, and I got guys at work. And then the winter we're slow, so one winter there was 2 or 3 guys working on it all winter, just kind of tinkering. But it turned out good.
Turned out very nice, and all the woodwork. You said your wife did it?
Yeah, she did most of all the painting or varnishing and staining of it. Yes. A friend of mine did some of the carpeting work on that. Yeah.
This is a pretty rare thing to have here, right? This old truck,
Yeah.
23.
Yep, to find a truck like this, and yeah, it runs good. Had some help with different things, but yeah, we get a lot of fun with it. I have the grandkids pile in the back, and we take a little road trip, and so it's fun to have.
Now I noticed when you mentioned your last name, Les, Rick had no idea. When I think of Les, I think of apples, because I was just there yesterday picking apples at Les and Les, plus Angels for Animals and everything. But on the side here, it says Les Excavating. This is a beautiful sign. Who was that painted by?
Diane Les.
And what's significant about the fella on the tractor here?
Well, that's what we were trying to find, an old picture to do. She does so much research before she paints, and we were going through everything, and that's actually my Uncle Paul, Diane's father. And so when we found that one, of course, she looked at it and she goes, yeah, I'll paint that.
Look at the phone number on it.
Yeah.
LE. Remember those?
Yep.
That was
I
probably
do.
50s or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
I don't remember those days. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, I do.
I remember them. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I say, it's a lot of fun to have. I actually just have some pictures. I took it over to the apple orchard. And I pulled up my Golden Delicious tree and snapped some pictures right by it. So
You could put a lot of apples in it.
Yeah.
But there's another little sign on here that's somewhat significant. What was the original use for this truck?
originally they tell me that there was a guy in Watsonville that went around, traveled around and selling pots and pans. It has Higbee Company on it. They call it a Huxford truck. And he just went around and sold right out of the back
So
of
you
the
probably
truck.
had curtains on it and everything.
It did.
Okay.
We just hadn't got that far, but yeah, when we restored it, there was a little buttons on the
See, my
sides.
remembrance of Higbee's was Higbee's department store,
store, yeah, I remember-
in the
I remember
Cleveland
that, yeah.
area. So they originally started out being hucksters.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, that's all.
Yeah, there you go.
You're learning something all the time, which is good. Which is good. Hey, you probably didn't have much problem getting parts for this. I would imagine some parts with Don Schneider being right down the road from you. I seen you talking to him earlier here.
The fenders are new, but the hood, new radiator. But this is probably 70% all original.
So you're saying the front part basically is a Model T?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And it's just the rear end is a truck, and that's where they put the T. It's a different axle, different suspension in the back.
So you do have some problems getting parts for it.
Yeah, being a truck, but yeah, we've been able to get by and find some stuff for it. So
Have you seen any more of these around?
no, not too many of the trucks. Yeah, we've just been fortunate we found this one, and being on the farm and besides in the excavating business, that's why I snapped it up.
Top speed?
Yeah, my wife was following me in the vet up here. And she's,
Yeah, come on, move that thing. I'm not even out of first gear yet.
so now
And she went right underneath you.
she was saying I was averaging 30 miles an
Yeah, I
hour.
was gonna say 40.
Yeah, no,
Well, they don't go too fast.
downhill I can get maybe
Yeah.
40.
But notice the wheels here are the same color as the vet. Just about.
Well, all my dump trucks are all my company killers are this burgundy. It was my first car I ever owned was burgundy, so.
That's your company color now. Wooden wheels on this. You have any trouble finding those?
Well, it was the same thing. Don had all the spokes I needed for the front, but the back.
He just sells the spokes.
Yeah, you can buy. He has it down to the nut washer, bolt, all separate. But I was able to get them fairly easy. But the back, we couldn't find them. So actually, a friend of mine actually machined them.
I know the Amish will do that too. I know the Pennsylvania Amish will make them for you too. So if anybody out there needs them,
Yeah, right.
Don Schneider with his Model A and T antique stop in where's that? New Middletown, I think it is.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yep.
Biggest shop in the world.
That's if you give him a call, you'll see quite a collection, folks.
Yes, he has a heck of a collection.
Yeah, we've done it. Street Scene has been there a couple of times, and we're just mesmerized every time we go there. It's just some of the cars, and you just learn so much, and it's like a big history lesson with cars there, George, thank you very much for sharing your car with us, or your truck with us, your TT with us.
Okay, thanks for talking to me.
It's a beauty.
Now you're going to make one of us crank it so you can get it started?
Do you have to crank it? I meant to ask you.
Actually, it does have a battery.
Oh,
Okay. That's just for show now. Yeah. Can you imagine being back in the old days?
No,
They had to crank
they
that?
actually even told me back in the old days they'd park it and they didn't have a heated garage. They would drain the oil out the night before, like when they parked it, drain the oil out, take it in the house, put it on the stove that morning, heat up the oil, come out, dump it in so it would crank easier.
How big?
That's neat.
Just
And that's
Can't
why
jump
people
in
love
the
electric
driveway.
starts now.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine the women doing that too back then?
no, I can't imagine. I can't imagine me doing it.
No, me either. Heck no. But they were tougher. They were tougher back
Oh,
then.
definitely.
In a lot of
were.
ways.
A lot smaller.
They never called in late for work then.
Car won't start. The oil's too thick, with me I have Patsy Mooger from Salem, Ohio, in her 1959 Chevy Impala. Stock, right?
No.
Not even close. huh?
No, we made it our own.
You sure did. What a beauty you got here.
Thank you.
What have you done to it?
When we got it, it didn't have an engine, so we got a new crate engine. I say we, my husband did all the work, and we put a new crate engine in it. And
350.
Yes.
350 Chevy output.
And all new under everything, all the suspensions new, all the fans are new, everything. And we took it to Kuefleitner's to have the body straightened and painted, and they did a fantastic job.
Looks really nice.
I can't say enough good about those guys. They did a great job.
Looks pretty much stock except for, when you don't see. You shut the hood and you got different rims on it and everything.
And it's got air ride suspension, so it can be lowered but yeah, I'm happy with it.
So this is your ride?
This is my ride. He made it for me.
That's good. What a great husband, huh?
Yes,
what a
he
great
is.
husband.
He's the best.
Whose name's on the title?
His.
He made it for you, but his name's on the title. Okay, I gotcha.
But that's how it works.
What was this thing like? What was this thing like when you got it?
It wasn't in too bad a shape. The body wasn't in too bad a shape, but it wasn't straight. The sides weren't straight. And he's a tool and die maker by profession, so it has to be straight.
Your husband's name?
Terry Mooger, yes. And when we took it to Kuefleitner's, he told them we wanted the straightest, nicest 59 around. And that's what we got.
I think you got it. What color? Is this the stock color?
No, it's just, what's it called? What white is that called? Summit white.
Summit white? Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. They stay.
Look at his hat. Summit hat. Yeah.
Oh, it's shoe white. That's crimson and
Yeah.
scarlet.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We wanted to do this because right next to you here.
Yeah. Well, let's stop talking about that.
Okay.
This is real fancy, and I know you're a hot woman that loves this crazy car here. But did you see this? This is what it looked originally. As a matter of fact, and as you said, the best part happens to be the rear end of these cars.
Yes, the tail lights.
So we'll get, see, I'm making great work here. It's got to work. And this is Tony Delmont. This is his car. Tony, what's the year on this car? 59. This is all original. Okay, where did you find this car?
It was in Donnell Ford basement. They took it in on a new Ford.
Oh, jeez.
And I tried to buy it, and they said, "You don't want that piece of junk."
And did it look like a piece of junk then?
No.
Okay.
It was faded. The paint was faded. I repainted it.
But you know something about cars, don't you?
Oh, I grew up with it.
Okay, you started your business when you were 19 doing what?
I was towing and repair, body work. I did all my life, and I had my first wrecker. I have 17 tow trucks now, but my first wrecker was a 51 Ford half-ton pickup with a Manley hand winch. I still have the Manley hand winch. I sold the truck sometime or another in my life, but I'm thinking about making another parade unit out of it.
So how many cars you have besides the tow truck?
Wait till you hear. Yeah,
150 cars?
150 cars.
Yeah, but get this. What's your business?
I'm into automobile towing and used cars.
So he's like a magnet. They attract him.
Yeah.
And Dolly Parton is my prime and joy. I'm being ornery.
Wait a minute, is that her in the car?
Yeah.
You're allowed to be like this, Tony. When you're this age, you can be any way you want. You know?
Well, I'm 89.
Oh my God, God bless you. 89?
89.
Oh, you still got all your scruples?
He's 89 and he started his business, what, age 19 or 17?
19.
Wow, that's great.
I was 19.
Almost 80 years.
I got married when I was 18.
So you got a whole corral full of cars and everything.
Yeah, I have 3 buildings.
So what do you got?
The oldest I have is a 23T, and the rest of them are right up through Mercedes, Cadillacs, Packards, Hudsons, Firebirds.
So you got a little bit of everything.
Everything.
Man.
If I seemed strange when I bought it.
Oh, you have them all under a roof?
Oh, yeah. Well, I got cars outside too, but yeah, I got 150 of them in the buildings. I have 3 big buildings.
Hey, Rick, this trunk's so big, it echoes in here.
Well, watch, one of them will bite you.
Oh, right.
It's like a two dead body trunk, 3 dead body trunk.
And a real spare tire.
Right. But
Can't get my foot up.
don't break it. Your foot.
My foot or your car? I think you're more concerned about the car.
That is a beauty.
Thank you. I love it. I've got every kind of convertible I think there is.
I love convertibles too. I got 3 of them right
I was
now.
gonna drive a Mustang or, but I thought, no, I'll drive this Chevy.
Well, thank you for doing it, because it was the perfect car to park next to that beauty
my
over there.
girlfriend here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, wait a minute, her husband's still here.
So the second annual Rooster Rally here at the Canfield Fairgrounds, and co-hosting with me today was Rich Morgan.
Wait, are you starting to wrap this up or something?
Oh, yeah, we're gonna wrap this
But I
thing.
like this here. This Mercury's beautiful. Come on now, can't we do this mono? We're out of time.
You know, we did this one before. It's a beauty.
I do like it.
Look at the color work on it. It looks like a bumblebee of some sort. Huh? Just a
Thank
perfect
you
color.
for
Why?
inviting me along. 'Cause
You
this
like
was-
it because it's the same color as your shirt.
Yeah,
Black and
I'm a bumblebee too.
The old Mercs are beautiful, man.
They
I'll
are.
tell you what.
Along with everything else that we've seen today, I'm glad this was a successful show for them. They plan it to be even bigger and better next year, so we hope you come out for that.
Pat was saying, over 500 cars today.
Yeah,
So,
and that's good for a second year, especially when nobody else is having shows.
yeah, and it's the end of September too. You don't know what you're going to get. You know, you might get snow this time of the year.
And thankfully we didn't get that,
We're
boy.
up to what, about 80 today or something?
Yeah, and by next week it looks like it's going to be rainy and colder, and so we hit the right
And I
weekend for
can't
this.
blame that on you anymore, since you don't.
Not anymore.
That's good.
I'm retired. I have to keep telling people
I used to
that.
go, Rich Morgan.
Yeah, now they're just happy to see me.
Yes.
They're happy to see me and tell me old stories about when they remember me doing something that I've forgotten.
Yeah.
And when you get older, you forget a lot.
That's you do. That's definitely you do.
Well, Greg's giving us the wrap up, so we'll see you down the road.
Wait a second. That's my line.
Your line? Who has any lines? I don't see any lines written down here.
Oh my God.
We'll see you down Polka Road then.
No boogers hanging out of my nose or anything.
I wouldn't tell you.
I know. There's a big,
I'd probably zoom in on too.
it's a big nose there.
Rod's stuck on the mustache.
Yeah, this mustache always gets something in there in the beard. I'll tell my girlfriend that. I didn't say that, Beth.
Oh man, how much is it worth to you?
It's Richard.
No
We
less.
got a bunch of Richards here. Richard?
Yeah.
Richard? Richard. Last name, well, first name.
Richard,
Okay.
Richard.
Okay.
No, she wouldn't mind it.
Especially, never mind.
Well, now I can't use that.
Oh, good. That's why I threw that in there.